वासुदेवेन्द्र योगीन्द्रं नत्वा ज्ञानप्रदं गुरुं मुमुक्षूणां हितार्थाय तत्त्वबोधोऽभिधीयते. Tattvabodha abhidhiyate. I am presenting this Shastra. I am presenting this Tattvabodha, the text Tattvabodha, which is a Vedantic text, which will present to you the whole Vedanta Shastra, the vision of Vedanta, what Vedanta has to bless us with. And the Acharya is going to take us through this journey. We will go along with the Acharya step by step, word by word, sentence by sentence, and we will understand what the ultimate reality is. And because it is all Shastras, we need to understand a little bit about, we need to understand certain things about Shastras, certain very important points about Shastras. So now we know that Shastras, all the Shastras can be divided under three heads: Shruti Shastras, Smriti Shastras, and Purana and Itihasa Shastras. Shruti Shastras are the revelations of the laws. The laws were revealed through them, through the Vedas. So that's why the first category of Shastras are Vedas. They have mantras, and the rishis were called mantra drashtaraha, the seers of the laws, the seers of the mantras. The laws in the creation in the form of mantras were seen by them. Mantra drashtaraha. They are not mantra kartaraha. They were not the one who made the mantras. No. They were just the seers. And how do we understand? Just an example. Let's not overextend this example and think everybody is a rishi. No. Just to understand it. Now, everybody saw the apple falling from the tree. It took that brain, that mind of Newton to figure out, no, there must be something on the earth that is attracting everything, that is pulling everything down. Exactly the same way, there are minds ready for some knowledges in the creation. To those ready minds, which the rishis had, those otherwise unavailable laws were revealed, and that's how it came to manifestation, and those are Vedas, Shrutis. Now let's say, for example, something like Vishnu Sahasranama. Where does it fall under? Is it Shruti Shastra? Is it Smriti Shastra? Is it Purana and Itihasa Shastras? Vishnu Sahasranama is not directly from the Veda. That's why this is not Shruti Shastra. This is not even Smriti Shastra. This comes in Mahabharata. After Bhishma falls in the war, he is on the bed of arrows, and Yudhishthira goes to meet him, and then there Bhishma gives out Vishnu Sahasranama to Yudhishthira as a means to purify himself. And through Yudhishthira, he gives to the entire world, of course. Which Shastra does the Gayatri Mantra belong to? Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayat. This mantra, where does it belong to? Which Shastra does it belong to? This belongs to the Veda itself. So, Shruti Shastra. The Mahamrityunjaya mantra. Trambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityurmukshiyamamritat. Trambaka mantra, this belongs to Veda again. Om Namo Narayanaya, Veda. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Bhagavatam, so Purana. Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavad Gita falls under which one? Shruti Shastra, Smriti Shastra or Purana and Itihasa Shastra. This is not directly from Veda. This is not directly from Smritis. This is from, again, Mahabharata to Vedas. A very few people have access. The children who go to the Gurukulam, who stay there and study Vedas, and Smriti Shastras also, people who live studying Shastras, they have access to that. But commonly, we all have access to Ramayana, Mahabharata, Puranas. Through the Pravachanakaras, through the Kathakaras, we do get to listen to a lot of Purana and Itihasa Shastra. Also, the Darshana Shastras, the philosophical works that came, the Yoga Shastras by Patanjali Rishi, all these philosophical works also were considered Smriti Shastra. The yoga asanas you do, the yoga pranayama you do, those are all considered Smriti Shastra. Ayurveda, Smriti Shastra. It is an Upaveda, but it comes under Smriti. Only Vedas come under Shruti Shastra, rest Upavedas and the Darshanas and other Smriti Shastras, all called Smriti Shastras. And then Purana and Itihasa. So now it's an exercise for you, nice exercise, to figure out which mantra, which shloka. Let's say somebody chants Lalita Sahasranama. Let's say somebody chants Saptashati, Durga Saptashati. Chandi Patha somebody does Aditya Hridayam. All this we can now figure out where are they from. But you will find all of our cultural activities, all our shastric dharmic actions are from one of these three types of shastras. They belong to one of these. As we saw, they are always around. Knowingly, unknowingly, we must be doing so many things that are related to Shastra. Even the most atheist person, they must be doing something that belongs to Shastras, of course. It's very interesting. People think spiritual world is a totally different world from material world. No. It's intertwined. Both are intertwined. Spirituality and materialism, they are never away from each other. It's ignorant to think I am not spiritual. I have nothing to do with spiritual world. I am totally a materialistic person. That's ignorant. You are saying that, but you don't know even what you are saying. Because there is no materialistic world without spiritual world. We will understand, as we understand Tattva Bodha more and more, the text more and more, as we go along with the Acharya, we will see the whole material world comes from the spiritual world. If we take this whole creation as a cloth, they are the warp and weft. So, okay, we have three types of Shastras. Then are there contradictions in these Shastras? So does it happen then that Shruti Shastras about the same subject matter, Shruti Shastras say something and Smriti Shastras say totally different? And then Purana and Itihasa say something else about the same subject matter. Are there contradictions in the Shastras? So this is where we need to understand another phenomenon in the world of Shastras that is called Ekavakyata. There are, really speaking, there are no contradictions. What does Ekavakyata mean? All the three types of Shastras, they give the same knowledge. They talk about the same things. And yes, like any field of knowledge, there are sometimes seeming contradictions. Maybe sometimes Shruti Shastra says something, Smriti Shastra is saying something else, and Purana Itihasa are saying something else. But there is always a way to reconcile them. And that's where tradition comes in. And there are so many topics come under this category. So let's say, just for example, we will discuss this later in very detail, but just for an example for now here, let's say there is a statement, Ahimsa Paramo Dharmaha. Ahimsa Paramo Dharmaha. Non-violence is the highest dharma. But then Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says to Arjuna, Yuddhaya Kritanishchayaha, may you be determined to fight this war. If in the Shastra it is said, Ahimsa Paramo Dharmaha, and then here Krishna is asking Arjuna to fight, so then it kind of, they don't go together. So it seems they don't go together. Krishna himself is breaking the law, ahimsa paramo dharma. How do you explain? What do you do with this kind of statements in our Shastra? And taking instances like this, only people think our Shastra is full of contradiction, but no. There is always a way of reconciling these kind of statements and coming to a conclusion.